Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
I'm the captain.
Where are you?
Huh?
You're at Andertons.co.uk in the heart of Guildfordshire. That's where you are.
How do they forget? It must be a Tuesday or a Thursday at approximately 10:30 a.m. GMT. PRS. Paurie Smith. We
Possibly
like these
the
guitars.
realest sounds.
Yes, that's why he called it that. The fact his name is Paurie Smith is just a total
Nothing
coincidence.
to do with that, yeah.
The possibly real sounds was the inspiration for the name for the brand of these guitars.
Yes.
The SE Custom range, super popular. Been around for, it seems like, forever. At least 20 years. What do you reckon? No, it can't be 20 years.
A long
SE
time.
range.
That's what it's been. It's been a long time, Lee.
Been a long time since
I rock
lock and roll.
rolled.
Now, every so often, the people at PRS will come up with a few unusual tweaks to their ranges and run them as limited edition guitars, and that's what we have here. So it's an SE Custom 24 in, I guess, most obviously first, a maple fretboard. Less obvious, but appearing on screen for your wonderment now, some colours that you don't normally get in the SE range. So this beautiful blue and the sunburst, and this kind of, this is sort of Chris Robertson inspired, I think, sort of Blackstone Cherry kind of vibe.
Right, I was going to say, yeah.
And then there's 3 other guitars that we haven't got here at the moment.
Although wasn't
as I
his
said.
signature a different colour?
I thought it was this colour.
Oh. Okay.
But it could have been. I don't know.
And is this the classic and brought back Blue Mateo?
It is.
Because I'm a big fan of Blue
Except
Mateo.
that for some bizarre reason, they have decided not to call the SE version Blue Mateo. But it's about as Blue Mateo as Blue Mateo ever got. Do you know there was a famous footballer, played for Leeds for a while, called Dominic Matteo? I don't know if he had a particular blue that was his favourite and ended up working at PRS in some sort of twist of football injury fate. Maybe he ended up switching his Premier League career and went to paint guitars at PRS. Came up with a nice blue and said, hey, let's call it Blue Mateo.
All I know is the best footballer ever alive was Hullet. No one else.
Ruud Hullet.
Yeah, no one else was as good as Mr. Ruud Hullet.
If you say so.
I'm trying to start a football conversation with Lee because I know nothing about football.
Ruud Hullet was a good player, but I'm guessing best Dutch footballer of all time,
Tiggelen?
Marco van Basten.
Or Van
maybe.
Tiggelen?
I don't know. No, I put. You know, who was the famous spat in the World Cup where the German guy, I can't remember what his name was, the striker spat at the Dutch player, or was it the other way? No. I take it back. It was It was in Ruud Hullet's side, and it wasn't Ruud Hullet. It was another guy.
When that guy jump
side.
kicked someone in the audience.
That was
From the French team.
PRS. That was the goalie, wasn't it? Oh, Cantona you're talking about when he...
Yeah. I'm loving the fact that it's black on the back and kind of wood on the front.
Strange kind of decision, that one, isn't it? I mean, I guess aesthetically, the idea of having it so that it's all black from the back kind of is cool.
It's just a different thing, isn't it? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the feel because if you touch it and move slightly, it's a bit of a squeak.
I don't know.
You get a bit of a squeak.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it feels any different to when you just
I
have
like
any
it
other
when
sort of
PRS give
satin.
you all of the wood. What pickups are they, Lee?
These are the SE versions of the 8515. So these were upgraded this year on all the SE line to be a kind of a closer match to what you'd get on an American Custom 24. Coil taps, do some tones. Do you know what? I'm going to do the tones.
Do the tones, Lee.
I've got a cleaner amp than you. Neck pickup. Both pickups. Back pickup. So 6 basic tones, you know, the 3 humbucker modes and then the 3 single coil modes, and a volume and a tone control. So good sounding guitar. Mahogany body with a maple cap. Veneer to get the flame effect on it. And as Rob said, this kind of slightly unusual on SE, maple board with the blackbird inlays.
It's weird.
They're not blackbirds though, I should just say.
They're different birds, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the same birds that you get on a normal. I don't think the blackbird ever made it onto the
well, that's
PRS
because
neck.
It's a proper British bird, blackbird, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. What's the difference between a blackbird and a crow?
Crows are much bigger.
Is one of these a crow?
I don't.
Could it be a crow?
I'm going to say that one's a crow.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm pointing to it now.
I think the crow is, or a raven. What's the difference between a crow and a raven?
That sounds like the setup for a joke.
No, it's not at all.
If you don't know, I'll blah blah blah.
PRS.
Right, I got some gain tones. That's the Angry Driver, but I've also borrowed from Pete a dual overdrive ST2. Sounds great.
Got some new amplifiers in the room because you guys were bored of us always using the same amps. So
I'm using the Orange OR15.
This week I am mostly using the Vox AC15. Just the regular normal one.
I'm using the OR15 because I'm a big fan of the OR100.
You are?
So this is its smaller cousin.
From which particular brand?
Orange.
Orange.
Yes, or OR.
Nice.
Oh, are you?
Who are you? Who are you? And pedals, I have got an EP boost into a Guru Sexy Drive, into a full-tone plimsoll, into an MXR carbon copy.
Do you know what?
What?
This is the first time ever in any demonstration I have ever filmed, this is a first, every pedal on the floor is a Boss. Dual overdrive
Whoa.
SD2.
Whoa.
By Boss. Angry Driver JB2.
Whoa.
Boss. Chromatic Tuner TU2 old school. Boss.
Whoa.
And a Reverb RB6. Boss.
Wow.
That's a quadruple Boss. Boss.
Whoa.
Well, this guitar, made at World Musical Instruments in Korea, a great guitar factory.
Clang.
Feels great to play. Very easy to play. Nice and flat fretboard. Powerful humbuckers. Got a tremolo. These tremolos work. It's good. You can tap them.
Funny
you can
talking
slap
about
them.
this because actually the 6-bolt design here again is quite a vintage vibe trem system. Interesting that PRS, despite the fact that he is a wizard when it comes to making guitars, has stayed with a very traditional way of mounting a trem to a guitar's body.
Yeah.
Really nicely set up. These.
But it's a beautiful design with a little bit here for your hand to go on the rest and so it doesn't hurt. You know, and all the, you notice all the screws are inside the bridge saddles so you don't cut yourself on the screws.
Yeah,
they
grub
thought
screws.
about things, Lee.
Well, look, I mean, there really isn't much to tell you about these. That is, if you're like just an SE fan, or you're thinking about pulling the trigger on getting yourself a PRS SE Custom 24, these are limited edition. Just around for, I think there's 40 of each colour, or 30 or 40 of each colour that have come into the UK. I guess maybe in other countries around the world, they might have their own allocations. I don't know if this is a UK only thing. I'm not sure.
Tell them it is, just in case it is.
It might be. So just basically funky colours and maple fretboards.
You know what? Through thick and thin, PRS made it through. This camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the people what you got going on. That's from Hot Ones. That's what they did in Hot Ones.
Sorry.
The end of every Hot Ones show, they do that. I thought you'd watched enough to know.
No, I watched one with Seth Rogen and
Sean, I'm so sorry.
dude.
Lee didn't watch enough Hot Ones, but if he had, he would have known, and he would have plugged anything.
They come with a nice gig bag. These. I'm just bringing it back on track. Come with a nice
Is it as
gig
good
bag.
as the new Gibson gig bag?
No.
Oh, okay.
The new Gibson gig bag's better, but literally one will get thrown at me in a comedy way.
Oh, it is nice.
Yeah, SE gig bag. What colour would you
I was going to say,
describe
what colour is that? Is it a pinky brown? Or a browny pink?
I would say it's a slightly sort of olivey, green, grey brown.
That's a colour that divides my eyeballs into four colours.
Funny, isn't it?
It's literally green, purple, brown. Have you ever seen that colour before? What colour is this, Internet? Pete, what colour is that?
Is it grey brown?
You reckon it's a grey brown?
It's a colour.
The brownie.
Let's jam out. Let's see if we can find another backing track where the key is impossible to...
From Peter Honore's new backing track album.
Peter Honore's new backing track album.
What's that album called, Lee?
I think it's called Andertons TV Jams or something.
This is what you would have had.
Andertons
That would have been the perfect for this camera, that camera, that. What have you got going on? You could have said, Peter Honore's got a new backing track album coming out.
Well, you said it. You said it, and I'll put the link in the description below.
You know what? Maybe we should get some hot sauce and start doing hot sauce at the end of these reviews.
Pete had a great idea earlier. It was if they won't let us on the show, let's just do it ourselves. Rabea interviews us, and we just eat crazy hot sauce.
That's a great idea. I will absolutely win.
We're doing that then.
You'll go down, Anderton.
Next time round.
You're going down.
I almost certainly will. Certainly will.
There's a promise from Lee. Lee's going down.
These are $7.99, by the way, so exactly the same price as a regular SE Custom 24.
Right, and how much more to get yourself a full-fat American...
Oh, they start from... You probably have to have the best part of £3,000 nowadays.
Nah, what about the...
You could do a CE24.
Yeah, they're made in America.
Oh, S2.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said a full fat one.
Well, like an American-made PRS.
S2s are going to be from sort of like 1,300-ish.
I've got an S2. Absolutely fantastic guitars. I've got two of them, actually.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. I've got one PRS somewhere around here. What was it called again? 594.
It's called your PRS.
594. Anyway, come on, let's jam out. In like Lord of the Rings, the crows were they the baddies and the ravens were the goodies?
This is like saying, what's the difference between a dolphin and a shark? These are all different species of animals.
Yeah, but a crow and a raven, they never look that different.
But they are different.
Are they? What is the difference between a dolphin and a shark? No, I know the answer to that one. I can name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
This is about to become
7,
a game
8,
show.
9, 10. I can name 4 of the birds that are on here.
This crowbar tangent is taking me to a different... I've been elevated to
another
a different
dimension.
place. I feel like at some point we could do really good nature documentaries where we don't know anything about animals, but we talk about them as if we do. This is the lesser spotted sea badger. Here,
Rory, just put a clip of random animals in here
through
and
the
Rob and I'll
sand
just talk,
in search
and
of
it may or may not.
Peas unbelievably make up the majority of the lesser spotted sand badger's diet.
Least discovered areas of the Amazon rainforest, we see the lesser spotted curly-tailed sea badger.
You have a really soothing ASMR voice there. Hi, I'm Whispering Bob. Let's take a listen to Jimi Hendrix.
I'm David Splattenborough.
Splattenborough? Why David Splattenborough?
Well, he's about as famous as it can get when it comes to nature documentaries. Well, I couldn't be David Attenborough. I had to be David Splattenborough. Clubbage! Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.